Next question is from Lake Moran Brewery on YouTube. Have you ever brewed with hemp before, Adam? I toasted some hemp seeds and mashed in with the rest of the grist to brew a British brown ale. Still awaiting the results. Would be interested to hear your experience or tips if you had any. So I did a little digging on this, and you did do something that I like quite a bit. I do like the idea when I am using when I'm using something that's not going to be like, I don't know, how do you want to say it? It's a non-traditional ingredient. So I do like to toast. I do like to toast things like that when I do it because I think that one, as you see, like in cooking, you will see from a culinary standpoint, you will see people, getting a little, not quite roast, but a toast on some of their spices to kind of open them up, they'll say, potentially making them a little bit more aromatic. So I like the thought of saying that you're going to toast those things. I also like the idea of raising up the temp on something for killing it, for knocking back little bugs and things like that from a microbiological standpoint that may prove to be beer spoiling. I do think it was interesting that you did pair it up with a British brown ale. When you dive into some of the comparisons flavor-wise for hemp seeds, you're going to see things like kind of a combination, like nutty kind of combination between sunflower and pine nut. So yeah, I could see that going well in a style that you might want to be driving a little bit of nuttiness with. There's a few different ways that you can go about that. And maybe you even layer it up. Maybe you bag them up, you toast them up, bag them up. Maybe you get a little bit into your kettle on the hot side. Maybe, I don't know, I would put them in maybe closer to Whirlpool. And then maybe tasting that beer in the fermenter, if you can easily sample without, risking contamination / oxidation, what have you. Kind of tasting that beer, see if the character came through, and then maybe explore a later fermentation kind of dry hop, dry nutting approach. I think that might be an interesting way to go because you already have your pH drop happen in your beer and you already have alcohol in that beer. And so those are two things that are going to be working in your favor from a beer stability standpoint. But layer it up, check it out. I would also toast them up and taste them like yourself and see how they taste. Do you like that flavor? Right? The other thing too is I would tell you to be really careful when you are toasting those things. When in my experience, when things that are supposed to be done to one level with heat go beyond that, they can get nasty in a hurry. All right. So be very, very mindful as you're toasting. I would try to go at a lower heat than a higher heat, right? Maybe do a little searching online, but I would want to err on the lower side of the temperature and go longer and keep them moving. Because if you're sauteing onions and you go and you have a beautiful golden brown onion, it's going to be full of flavor. It's going to be fantastic. That thing goes, you scorch that thing and everything's ruined. You have to dump it and start all over again. You can't have that be the base of what you're cooking with. So I would just kind of be mindful of that, to not go too far when you're toasting those things, and see what that does for you. I'd love to hear how that comes out. Thank you, Lake Moran Brewery. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.